The OnePlus 7 is one of the most anticipated new phones coming in 2019, and for a good reason. It's a super affordable device that offers smooth performance and overall a great balance of features. Hello guys, my name is Vic Christoph with Phone Arena, and today we'll talk about the upcoming OnePlus 7 in its two flavors, the OnePlus 7 Pro and the OnePlus 7. Let's start by outlining the differences between the OnePlus 7 Pro and the OnePlus 7. First of all, the OnePlus 7 will look a lot like the OnePlus 6T. It will have the teardrop notch for the camera, the display, the design, everything will look pretty much the same as the OnePlus 6T. And then you have the OnePlus 7 Pro, which will be different. Now this phone will have a true edge-to-edge display, no notches, almost no bezels, and the camera will be a part that's moving up and down every time you fire up that front camera for a selfie, but otherwise it will stay retracted inside the design of the phone. The big feature of the OnePlus 7 Pro, however, will be the new 90 Hz refresh rate for the display, which will make everything appear as if it were moving much smoother, much faster, and this is a big thing for gamers, for just animations. If you have used the iPad Pro with that higher refresh rate, you probably know the experience. It will be a big change for the smartphone industry in general, and the OnePlus 7 Pro is leading the way here. Now in terms of specs under the hood, these two phones will be the same. They have the same Snapdragon 855 system processor, the new 7nm chip by Qualcomm. It will be plenty fast. We have already seen it on the Samsung Galaxy S10, so no surprise here. Base models of the OnePlus 7 and the Pro are expected to start with a configuration with 6 gigs of RAM, which should be more than enough for most people, and then you can also step up to 8 gigs of RAM, and the really hardcore enthusiasts can get 12 gigabyte RAM versions, which will be good for multitasking purposes. The other big difference between the Pro and the regular 7 will be in the camera department. Now on the back, the OnePlus 7 Pro will feature all three different cameras, while the OnePlus 7, the regular edition, will have just two of them. The cameras that will match and will be the same on the two phones are the main camera, which will be a 48 megapixel sensor that will probably shoot at 12 megapixels, and this should bring a big improvement in quality over the current OnePlus 6T. So let us remind you that the OnePlus 6T was a step below the most flagships in terms of image quality, and this time we expect it to finally match the big guys. And the other sensor that we have on board here is a telephoto lens with 3 times optical zoom, and this should come particularly handy when you're trying to zoom in and get something really far away in the frame. And the one camera that only the Pro edition will have is an ultra wide angle camera, which will make for some interesting perspectives, especially when you're very close to your subject. Now in terms of batteries, we expect to see around 4000 mAh batteries on both the Pro and the regular 7. And interestingly, because of the innovative design of this OnePlus 7 Pro, we expect it to actually have a smaller battery. We expect a 4000 mAh battery on the Pro edition and a slightly larger 4150 mAh battery on the regular OnePlus 7. And both of these phones will come with 30-watt warp charge fast charging technology using the proprietary tech that we've seen from OnePlus with those red cables and the charger in the box, so that's a great thing to have. Now in terms of security and biometrics, both of these phones will ship with optical in-screen fingerprint readers. We have seen the OnePlus 6T with its optical in-screen fingerprint reader, and it wasn't the greatest. It gets the job done, but it wasn't the fastest, and this time around we expect a second gen technology, probably something similar to what we have seen on the Huawei P30 Pro, and that was pretty good, so we're really hopeful for this new fingerprint scanner. And in terms of 5G support, the OnePlus 7 Pro is actually expected to support 5G technology, but this will not be advertised widely simply because there aren't many networks that have a widely rolled out 5G network. So maybe that's something that will be a good feature to have in the future, but not something that will make an immediate difference for most people. Now, both of these phones will not have a headphone jack, which is a downer. There's also no micro SD cards for expandable storage, so the storage that you buy is the storage that you get. and both of them will also be dual SIM devices, which is actually a nice extra. Now, when speaking about the price, the OnePlus 7 Pro will be the most expensive OnePlus phone ever introduced to the market, with the price expected to start around $700 and going all the way up to around $800 for the range-topping version with 12 gigs of RAM and all the bells and whistles, while the OnePlus 7 is expected to be a slight step up in terms of price compared to the 60, so we expect a price of slightly below $600 for the base models. So basically that's a quick roundup of the OnePlus 7 and the OnePlus 7 Pro. Both phones will be officially unveiled on May 14. Stay tuned for that. My name is Vic Christoph signing off, and I'll talk to you next time right here on Phone Arena.